Good afternoon and welcome. Welcome indeed, yes, to a Monday edition of the Mark Moses Show podcast, as we're always broadcasting from the Anidjar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Yes, take back control of your life. Call them today at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Yes, it's Anidjar and Levine Accident Attorneys, official studio sponsor of the Mark Moses Show. Let's get right into it. That game Saturday night was amazing. Phenomenal. It's one of those moments where, yeah, that's why I sign up for these things. It's one of those moments where you go year after year after year, where you give support to something, you hope, you pray, maybe it'll be our year, maybe finally something will go our way, and usually your team will disappoint you, and it doesn't matter if it's a baseball, hockey, basketball, football, it doesn't matter. Most times you never win. Most times you never get these Disney movie type moments. But Saturday night was one of those moments where finally something great happened to one of my teams. And in case you're just waking up from a coma, yes, my Bears did come back. They did beat the Packers in prime time. They finally got revenge. They finally had an opportunity to knock out the witch, and they did it. Amazing. Amazing. I hated last week. I knew for 7 straight days that they're going to have to take on the Packers for a third time. And it's the third time they took them on in like about 5 weeks or so. It is wild to think how this all worked out. But last Sunday, 8 days ago, there was a situation where Philadelphia could have been the 2 seed if they beat Washington. They didn't. Open the door for Bears to get the 2 seed. Then they take on the Packers. The Packers rested their starters. They were ready. Jordan Love was ready. Matt LaFleur was ready. And if you watch the first half of that football game there in Chicago on Saturday night, Green Bay was ready to win that game. They went into half. They're up 21-3. They went into the fourth quarter up 21-6. The Packers were ready to break the hearts of the Bears. And then something happened. Something amazing happened. I can't stress this enough. And I think about, because I feel like I'm kind of an historian when it comes to the NFL. It's my favorite sport, and it has my favorite team. Of any team I love, it's my number one team is the Bears. If you ever met me before, constantly, it's about the Bears. That's what I'm thinking about. There's this moment with NFL Films where there's this documentary with Tom Brady where it talks about how he got drafted. You know this, in 2000, 6th-round pick 199. And there were 6 quarterbacks taken before Tom Brady. And they show his first ever football game. They're at the Hall of Fame game there in Canton, Ohio. And they're taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And this was Tom Brady, because he's from California. That was his childhood team. He loves the Niners. He wanted to play for them, and it broke his heart that the Niners did not draft him. And they took this other quarterback. Doesn't matter what his name is. And it was one of those things where the 49ers just went through Joe Montana and they went through Steve Young, 2 decades of Hall of Fame level quarterback play. And they thought, it's like Gino Carmani, it's something like that. They thought they drafted the next Joe Montana, the next Steve Young. And I always think about this. In that documentary, it plays the cool music, and it said the next Joe Montana was on the field. But he wasn't playing for the Niners. He was playing for the New England Patriots. And Tom Brady went on to have a Hall of Fame 20-plus season career where he won 7 Super Bowls. He's the GOAT, and he did amazing things. And the Niners made a mistake. And when I was watching that game on Saturday night with my family, and I'm going to cherish that forever, and I hope you get to have these moments moving forward. There was a moment, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. There was a moment there where Green Bay, for 30-plus years, has had Hall of Fame level quarterback play, where they had Brett Favre and then they had Aaron Rodgers. It's incredible. Back to back. And they took Jordan Love, and they're saying Jordan Love's going to be the next great quarterback to dominate the NFC North and dominate the Bears and the Lions and the Vikings. and he's going to win championships, and he's giving me the next Hall of Fame quarterback. And I kept thinking in that fourth quarter, you know what? The next great quarterback in this rivalry will not be wearing a jersey in green and gold, but maybe finally he'll be wearing the jersey in navy blue and orange. And that's what I thought taken out of that game. That's what got me excited moving forward. The Bears got it right when they hired Ben Johnson and they drafted the right quarterback at number 1. And I love that draft class. I think it's like the 83 draft class. I think Jaden Daniels could be special. Drake May's going to win the MVP. Bo Nix is there in Denver. They're the 1 seed. They're going to play this weekend. But the Bears took the right quarterback. And especially after in 2017 taking Mitch Trubisky when they should have taken Patrick Mahomes, I think they got it right. And that's what I took out of that game. Maybe the Bears finally, and look, if Indiana football could dominate college football, maybe the Bears can have a quarterback. That's what I took out of that game. And the fact that he won that game with that offense, maybe this is a new world we can live in. Hey, it feels like the world's burning to the ground right now, but maybe the Bears could be good. And I really believe that. Such a big win. And I think about my parents where, they're in their 70s. And they were there 15 years ago at Soldier Field, and they saw the Packers beat the Bears to go to the Super Bowl, and it broke their heart. And I really felt like, you know what? Again, they're getting up there in age. They might not get another chance here. Maybe they don't play him for another 30 years. My mom might have to become Sister Jean, where she's 100 years old in a wheelchair. I hope that never happens. And then maybe they'll get a chance to beat that team. It's a great rivalry. I say this all the time. It's the best rivalry in North American sports. Bears-Packers. Nothing comes close to it. I'm sorry, Michigan, Ohio State, or, Yankees-Red Sox. It's Bears-Packers. It's the number one rivalry. Nothing compares to that. Nothing. And the fact that finally the Bears got it done. It's awesome. Chef's kiss, my friend. Mwah! I love it. And as a guy that grew up a Bears fan, and it's the team I still root for, and I know I cover all these teams in the NFL, especially here in Florida, but there's a part of me where, okay, we slayed the dragon. We got the monkey off our back. We could go beat anyone now in the NFL. And I really believe that. We had to get through the Packers. You had to do it. You had to get through that root canal for 3 hours, and now they got a chance. And I put this on Twitter, and you can follow me on there at Mark Moses Show. It's now the Bears versus the NFC West Invitational. That's what it feels like now moving forward. It is. But you know what? For the first time in a long time, the Bears have the most dangerous offense in the NFL. The Rams are phenomenal. They got Puka. They got Devontae Adams. They have future Hall of Famer Matthew Stafford as their quarterback. Sean McVay's already won a Super Bowl. He's going to go to the Hall of Fame one year. But the Bears are dangerous. I think the over-under for this game should be about 80 points. I'm picking the Bears to win 45-42. I think this place, and I say place, I'm talking Soldier Field, is going to be an SEC level Saturday night, like a Swamp or Death Valley. It is going to be insane with the crowd. And the NFL is not going to mess around. Sunday night, biggest audience possible. That's what they want for that game. And my picks, personally, what I want a rematch. I want the Bears to beat the Rams. I want the Niners to get revenge against Seattle. And I want the NFC Championship game in 2 weeks to be Bears versus Niners rematch in Soldier Field. That's what I want. I want to see that game for the NFC Championship game with a chance to go to the Super Bowl in San Francisco. That's what I want. In the AFC, Josh Allen taking on the Patriots. That's my pick. I think Josh Allen took care of Jacksonville yesterday. I want Josh Allen and the Bills to go to Foxborough and take on the New England Patriots for the AFC Championship game. That's what I want. But again, the fact that I got to watch that with my family, it was worth it. It is. Money comes and goes. Fads come and go. All this stuff. Politicians come and go. Family and friends is everything to me. And the fact that I got to see that with my mother and father, my sister, my brother, he was on FaceTime from Chicago. Awesome. Just awesome. I was talking to my buddy, and I'll just say this. My buddy Jason, who I've known for like over 20 years, I met him in college in 2001. We became friends after the Shane Matthews Hail Mary throw to James Allen in the end zone when they came back against the Cleveland Browns. Mike Brown won in overtime. That's how long I became friends, because we opened up our dorm room doors and started hugging. We became friends ever since then. I talked to my buddy Jason before the game, and I talked to him yesterday. It was like we were 22 years old all over again. It was so much fun having these conversations. And I know the Bears, look, they might lose this weekend, but you know what? They got a quarterback. They got a coach, and they got a quarterback. And I said this all last week. Every NFL owner is thinking the same thing. I want my Ben Johnson to help my quarterback become a superstar. Every opening we have right now, I have to have an offensive-minded coach that can help my quarterback win games in the playoffs. That's what I want. I want that. That's what I want. They're calling up every GM. They're telling every coach, you better go win for me. And that throw on fourth down was the craziest throw I've ever seen. Dude, if you're watching me this, right, you kind of have to have, one shoulder back, you throw it. Dude, Caleb Williams is going to his wrong side, not his strong right. He's not going to the right. He's going to the left. Pass rush is coming on him. 4th down and 8. He's off his 2 feet. He throws it, and Roma Dunze catches the ball. And my thought process is, okay, all right, let's keep going. That's why when they take on the Rams, just start the game in the third quarter. Just say Rams up 10, start the third quarter, let's go. Because if the Bears can figure out 4 quarters of football, the rest of the NFL's in trouble. They're in trouble. And I said he's John Elway. Everyone made fun of me the last couple of weeks. They said, you're crazy. Now you saw it. Maybe you saw a glimpse of a couple of games. Maybe you saw a highlight. The whole country saw that. And I'm not backing down from my comment. Caleb Williams is John Elway 2.0. He'll break your heart. If you get into a close game, 5 minutes to go, you are entering the meat grinder with the Bears. They are going to break your heart, and nothing makes me happier. I love it. So I'm going to do this show all week long. We're going to have great guests. I'm going to be breaking down the other games, but in the back of my head, you know what game I'm thinking about. Tonight's going to be fun. Wait till next weekend. I'm locked in. I can't wait. And beating those Packers, I understand what Christmas morning feels like. As a Jewish guy, I finally understand the joy of Christmas because I got it on Saturday night with my family. Have a great week. We're going to have some fun. It's the Mark Moses Show. We'll see you around.